Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. You guys, I am excited to tell you. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Melissa. I had bariatric surgery last year. And so far, I have lost about 70 pounds and over 46 inches off my entire body, which I am very excited for. And I'm kind of at a point where I'm starting to notice a lot of excess skin. It's quite a common problem for people who have lost a lot of weight, whether it's from bariatric surgery or just, nutrition and exercise on your own. Um, there's not much you can do with the extra skin. It does not matter how much you work out, how hard you work out, how long you work out, what you eat. Your extra skin, unless you're under 20, it's not going to go back on its own. You can't get rid of it. The only way to get rid of it is to surgically remove it. Okay? Um, some bariatric patients choose to have excess skin removal surgery. Some bariatric patients don't want to have surgery and they're quite happy with how they look. There's no right or wrong answer. Everyone's different. I personally knew before I had my bariatric surgery that I would be having plastic surgery at some point. It's hard to know when that right point is. Now, you can research it. Some people will tell you they want you to maintain a certain weight for a certain amount of time before you have plastic surgery. Some people say you can do it whenever you want to. There's lots of things out there. Now, I have only lost about 70 pounds. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot. But there's other people out there who have lost like hundreds, like 300, 400 pounds. They obviously have way more excessive skin than, say, I do. People would look at me and say, "You look fine." I look fine with clothes on for the most part. Everyone's body is different. I've been lucky in the sense that, like, I have a jawline. I don't have a lot of excess skin hanging in my neck or jawline. I do have a lot on my arms. You can see it, right? Like, there's the line. I have lots on my arms. My boobs, definitely a little more saggier in the breast area, as well as the stomach, the hips, the thighs, like the back. There is quite a bit of extra skin. So I have actually been on the wait list for a consultation, just a consultation, for 8 months, maybe closer to 10 months. I'm in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's different in every province, every country. Where I live in Saskatchewan, weight loss surgery, sorry, not weight loss surgery, plastic surgery is no longer covered under our healthcare or insurance. In extreme cases where you can prove that your excess skin is causing you medical complications, such as rashes, sores, things like that, that you have not been able to fix with medical antibiotics or treatments. In those rare cases that you can prove your excess skin is causing problems, they will do the bare minimum surgeries for free for you, to remedy that situation. but they're usually the bare minimum. They're usually not from a cosmetic point of view, they're just a medical point of view. So they don't always take the proper care in where they cut you, where your stitches are, where your scars are going to be. It's usually not pretty. It's like the bare minimum. Or you pay out of pocket. Now, plastic surgery, any kind of plastic surgery, is not cheap at all. Very expensive. Um, Now, I don't know. Every surgeon's different. They don't have a standardized pricing on this type of thing. I did have a abdominoplasty or a tummy tuck years ago. So I did see a plastic surgeon. He does have an office here in Saskatoon. I am on the wait list to see him for a consultation on what he thinks needs to be fixed, how many surgeries he thinks that's going to be, approximately what the cost of these surgeries are going to be, ask questions like how much recovery time, all these kinds of things. But I have been on this wait list for months just to talk to him. And I'm getting antsy because I'm a planner. I like to plan for things, especially because I know this is going to be expensive. I kind of want an idea of what it's going to cost me. So I was talking to my husband, and I had said to my husband, look, I'm getting tired of waiting, and I know it's going to be expensive. Maybe we should consider going out of country for plastic surgery. It might be cheaper. I might be able to get it done quicker. Maybe we should think about that. And he had a brilliant idea, which I don't know why I didn't think of it. But he said, why not Las Vegas? Perfect idea. Why is it a perfect idea? We actually have a condo in Las Vegas. We're actually in Las Vegas at least twice a year. It would be perfect if I could just go stay at our condo, have surgery. We have an upstairs neighbor who, she's like family. We love her. She's amazing. I know for a fact she would have no problem taking me to the hospital, picking me up after surgery, taking me home, making sure I'm comfortable, probably check in on me once or twice a day, and help me for the first week or two while I recover. I know she would do that in a heartbeat because she's a beautiful, wonderful person. So I'm like, that would be amazing, right? It's also Las Vegas. There's a lot of plastic surgery happening in Las Vegas, right? Like, it's the entertainment capital of the world. There's going to be a lot of plastic surgeons there. So I'm like, that's a great idea. Now, it just so happens we're going to be going to Las Vegas in November for a vacation. So I was like, if I could find a plastic surgeon and book a consultation while we're there in November, that would be great because then I can talk to them. I can get some, ideas of pricing, what kind of surgeries they recommend, all that kind of stuff, get my questions answered. It'd be perfect. So I am a researcher. I like to have a lot of information so I can make informative decisions. And this is extremely important when you're dealing with anything to do with health, especially surgeries of any kind. You want to make sure you're going to a good surgeon with good reviews and, good results and all those things. So I started my research, and let me tell you, it was overwhelming, you guys. There's so many surgeons in Las Vegas. It's like a Starbucks. Like, here's a plastic surgeon, then across the street is a plastic surgeon, and another one, and another one. And it's like, oh my gosh, who's good? Who isn't? Do I go to a female? Do I go to a male? Like, there's so many surgeons out there. And so many with amazing reviews and, all of this. And I was just researching and, looking for other people's reviews and opinions, and I was kind of like, well, if I could narrow it down to 2 or 3 and get a couple consultations in, then that might help me decide. So during this whole research project, I came across one specific surgeon. Now, I'm not going to say his name yet, only because I'd like to ask his permission to talk about him and who he is and what he does and all that kind of stuff. So, we'll wait until we get permission before we mention who he is, but I can tell you a bit about him. And, you know, um, he's board certified, which is very important. Okay. He has like over 30 years of experience. Also great. What I like about this surgeon is he's very visible. Okay. He does a lot of podcasts. He does a lot of Facebook Lives. He actually has been on TLC, the Learning Channel, on a couple different weight loss and health TV shows. He has offices in Las Vegas, Beverly Hills, and Dubai. Um, and he has won numerous awards. He is very well respected in plastic surgery world and medical world. He does all different kinds of procedures, everything from non-invasive to invasive. And he pioneered something called the 360-degree body lift. Revolutionary. Okay? You can see videos of him performing surgeries. Now, yes, they are surgeries. These are real people, so they are very graphic. He doesn't hold anything back in these. It's all right there to watch if you're that kind of person who wants to see these things. I'm that kind of person. I enjoy watching things like that. He goes as far, of course, with the patient's permission, of course, but he goes as far as doing Facebook Lives during surgery. I don't know of many doctors who have the confidence in what they do to do a Facebook Live during a live surgery. Because anything could go wrong, right? There could be, like, you don't know. And to put that out there, that's big, right? That's why I was intrigued by this surgeon. Now, of course, he has tons of testimonials, tons of before and after videos or photos. He does videos too. He also is really big into education. He's always doing seminars and doing podcasts to answer questions. He's really big in education. He also specializes in bariatric patients with excessive skin. So I'm loving everything about him so far. Now, I haven't talked to him yet. This is everything I've just researched and read and heard about. Everyone has glowing reviews with him as a surgeon, him as a person. They said he's got great bedside manner, very knowledgeable, answered all my questions, didn't make me feel like I was an inconvenience to him or that he was rushing through things. The surgery itself was great, no complications, minimal pain. Recovery was great. Him and his whole team were amazing. Like, check, 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 check. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because, with anything, there's usually good and bad. But so far, I haven't found any bad, which is almost a red flag in itself. But, I'm going slow with the process. But I'm really interested. So I decided to call their office and ask questions. Now, what's funny is I watched like a Facebook, it wasn't live, but like a Facebook video or whatever, where him and one of his team members were doing kind of a question and answer thing. And I had just watched it. So when I called the Las Vegas office, the person that answered said her name, and it was literally the person I just watched on the Facebook video with him. And I'm like, oh, I just saw you. Like, I know you, right? So that was kind of fun. But basically, I just said, hi, I'm calling from Canada. I'm a bariatric patient. I'm wondering, number one, does he see patients from out of the country? Because some doctors don't. And she was like, absolutely. We have lots of out of country patients, like lots of international patients. Absolutely. No problem whatsoever. Number one, she was great on the phone. She was, bubbly and happy to answer my questions and the whole thing. So I was excited. And I kind of said, I'm maybe a consultation. I don't know what kind of surgeries I need, that kind of thing. And she was great. She was like, oh, can I get your name, your phone number, your email address? We have another team member who will she'll either call you or send you an email with some information. And she said, she's just with another patient right now, but she will get back to you within about 20 minutes. And I swear to God, you guys, in like less than 20 minutes, I had an email from them. Like, on it. Basically, all the email had was a questionnaire to fill out, and then instructions on how to take pictures. Because obviously I'm in Canada, he's in America, so we're going to have to, they suggested doing the first meeting virtually. So obviously he needs to see me, and he likes to see that in photos. So there's a whole bunch of how to take photos, what type of photos to take, all that kind of stuff, so he can see, your body and what areas might need some help. So basically, once I get these photos and once I fill out the questionnaire and once I send it back to them, they will look it over and then they will book me for a virtual consultation. Now, cost. Some places I read say that they charge $150 US for a virtual consultation. And then if you choose to go with him for your surgery, that consultation cost will go toward your surgery. Other things I read online said if you're a bariatric patient, they do not charge a consultation fee. So I'm not sure if there's a charge for it or not at this point. I'm sure when they go to book me for a virtual, they will let me know if there is a cost or not. But I'm excited to just kind of get some more information. And he seems so knowledgeable. And the results I've seen, blown away. Some people have asked me, well, Melissa, what are you going to get done? That's hard for me to answer because I'm not the expert. I know the areas I'm unhappy with on my body, but as far as what type of surgery, how many surgeries, that's really up to the surgeon to figure out. But to give you an idea, I definitely need my arms dealt with because this is a problem for me. I'm very self-conscious about this. My boobs definitely need help as well. I am expecting a breast lift and augmentation. Some people, when I've said that to them, they're like, but you've already got very large breasts. You're right, I do. But they're also what I like to call deflated. So basically, the augmentation is not meant to make my boobs bigger. It's just meant to fill out that shape and help with the lift. Because if there's a lot of extra skin hanging down, if he were to remove all the extra skin I had in my breast area, I would probably go from a double D to a C, I would think. Maybe even less, because there's a lot of extra skin there. So the augmentation is not necessarily to make them bigger, it's just to help fill out that area and help with the lift. I also would need my stomach done, my hips done, my back done, my thighs done. My pubic region also would need to be done because there's a lot of extra skin there as well. Now, that's what I was thinking in my mind. After watching this specific surgeon's surgeries and what he offers, the 360-degree body lift seems like a great option because that does take care of a lot. It takes care of your back and your stomach and your pubic region. Um, and then also you can add on a thigh lift to that. And then he also does arms and breasts as well. I assume all of that would be at least 2 surgeries, would be my guess. But again, I'm not the expert. Now, another thing I never considered until I started watching all of his videos and listening to him was a BBL, also known as a Brazilian butt lift. Basically, they take fats from an area and put it in your butt. I never considered it, I never thought of it. But after watching the surgeries, not always, but sometimes when they do the body lift, because they're lifting everything, your butt actually can be very flat, like very flat. And just, at home in the mirror, trying to like pick up all my extra skin and tighten it, I think I'm going to have a flat bottom. And I don't really want a flat bottom. So there's a chance I may also need that. But again, not going to know until, I talk to him and get his expert advice, because that's kind of his area, not mine. So this is where we're at with this. We have started looking into a consultation. I just have to get this form done and these pictures taken. Now, of course, I'm taking you guys along with me every step of the way and filling you in on my experience with this whole thing. One thing that came up when I was talking to his team member, which is a little disappointing, apparently, even though he has an office in Las Vegas, apparently he does not perform surgeries in Las Vegas. He performs his surgeries in Beverly Hills. That's a little disappointing because Beverly Hills is about 4.5 hours from our condo in Las Vegas. Now, not totally undoable, but it does make things a little more complicated because I was hoping just to go to Las Vegas myself, have our neighbor help me, and then it would have been fine. But I cannot and will not ask my neighbor to drive 4.5 hours to Beverly Hills to help me with this. So if we do end up going forward with this and this surgeon, and it is in Beverly Hills, then we're going to have to somehow organize it so my husband and daughter come out with me for a vacation, and they drive me to Beverly Hills and pick me up and take me back to the condo and that kind of thing and take care of me. So we're going to have to see how that's going to work. But again, that's way down the road. Step 1, fill out the form and take the photos. That's where we're at. And then step 2 will be a virtual meeting to decide if we can make something work and he can help me, and if he'll take me on as a patient, or if that's a no-go for whatever reason, then we're kind of back to the drawing board, or we will go on to step 3. So that's where we're at. I'm still hoping, after doing an initial virtual meeting, they said there is a chance he may be in Las Vegas around the time we are, so we might be able to book in an in-person consultation, which I would prefer. I always prefer meeting people in person. So, we'll see. But that's kind of where we're at with it. So I wanted just to kind of let you guys know this is kind of the next phase for me in my health weight loss journey. There is a chance, like I've mentioned in previous videos, the scale is not moving for me at all. I'm currently around 190 pounds, and I would like to get to 175. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's only 15 pounds. That's nothing. Trust me, I cannot lose 15 pounds to save my life. I've been working on it. I'd like to get back to 175. That's the weight I was before I got pregnant. According to BMI and everything, which I don't personally agree with, I should be 150 pounds, which I think is just a little too much. Or sorry, too little. Like, I think that's too much weight to lose. But I'm 190. Honestly, I think if I were to get plastic surgery now, I think after surgery, I probably would be pretty close to 175. I think there's at least 15 pounds of excess skin they would be removing from my body. I honestly think there is. So I got to talk to him and see when he feels the right time to have surgeries are. He may think my weight has just been fluctuating too much. I don't know. But it has definitely been a very slow way to get down my weight. Like, my weight, it's moving so slow. It's so slow, this weight loss. It's not like I'm losing it really fast and gaining it really fast. That's not what's happening to me. It's a slow progression. So it's hard to know when the right time to have my surgery is, because am I still losing weight? Kind of, but it's not a constant downward. Like, if I, like, every week I was losing a pound or two, then I wouldn't even be looking into plastic surgery right now. I would wait until I kind of level out. But I've kind of been within 5 pounds for months. So I would think I'm slowing down, and that's probably the right time to start looking into plastic surgery. But I don't know. Again, I'm not the expert. So that's why I'm hoping to get some advice and some questions answered from an actual expert in the field. And I'm very excited for this surgeon, because I think he's a great surgeon from what I've seen. So I will keep you guys posted on this, whether we meet virtually, in person, whether it's not a good fit, whatever. I will let you know in a future video. So if you guys are interested in weight loss surgery, plastic surgery, bariatric surgery, make sure you have subscribed to my channel. I talk about these topics quite often. And just to remind you guys, these are all my personal opinions, my personal experiences. I am not giving anyone any medical advice whatsoever. The only advice I will give you is research. Research, research. Do your homework. This is important. This is not something you want to take lightly. But if you do have any questions, please leave a comment. I do read them. I will answer you. Likewise, if you guys have any tips or advice for me, if you've already gone through something like this, then I'm also all ears for that. So thank you guys so much for watching this Wellness Wednesday. We will see you guys next time. Bye.